Hi Scorpio, this is Jess with your September 2017 mid-month reading. I hope you guys are having an enjoyable day so far. So Scorpio, some of you definitely are busy, busy, busy bees. And I think that that's going to go on straight and through October. So, and really for some of you, if it's just starting, just expect it to happen for the next 2 months. And for some of you, all the way up for 10 months. Like you're just going to be busy, but good busy. Busyness is a good thing. So, and that makes sense because, yay, you guys are about to have Jupiter entering your sign at the end of October, and also Saturn is leaving your second house, especially for you Scorpio risings, at the end of this year and definitely by January 2018. So it might look to be good to be a Scorpio as time goes on. So definitely good for a lot of you Scorpios out there. Some good energy seems to be funneling your way. So hopefully, I don't know, I'm not an astrologer, so I don't know what are the squares or semi-squares or oppositions you guys could be dealing with, and it all depends on your personal chart. So just putting that out there. Now, on to your reading. It looks like some of you guys in the past, money was looking good. Things were coming about. Some of you recently gotten a job. Some of you recently gotten a loan. Some of you recently gotten some type of financial approval. So congrats for you. Like money was okay. I want to say, especially probably in the month of June, somewhere near the past, maybe 6 weeks ago, a couple months ago, things were really good. Money was coming in abundance for some of you. And I feel like in the past month, things have kind of like slowed down. Things are not as good as they were before. But it looks like some of you, and I feel it could have had something to do with, you may have spent a lot of money, you may have traveled, you may have done something where it's like, okay, I had to put down a bit of money. And so obviously that takes away from your money. And you may be looking back and saying, what the hell? I don't even remember, exactly, where all of the money went. But some of you may even have turned into a place of feeling like, okay, how am I going to cover this bill? Some of you may have, and that may be something that you're dealing with right now, where you've overspent. In this month, you overspent. You may have loaned money to someone. You've not gotten your money back. And now you can't reconcile your own bills, or you can't pay some things that you need to pay. So it looks like if you owe someone something, if you have to pay something, the best thing you can do for yourself is to communicate. And that means your billing company, anyone that you owe, communicate with these people and let them know that, hey, I'm a little bit behind. This is when I can do it. Prepare. The last thing you want to do is to not say anything, because it's going to come back to bite you guys. So just do your due diligence. Don't sit around like a deer in headlights, like you don't know what to do. There's nothing that you can do, because you guys have had thoughts of some ways to get yourselves out of a situation. So act on it. Don't just take these blessed thoughts for granted. Act on them, and they will yield you success. So telling someone, reaching out to your bill company, extending a billing period to a certain date, that sort of thing is going to help you in the long run. I do feel like some of you have recently gotten an idea, some spark of some type of idea. Someone could have offered you an opportunity, and it didn't come like that, but it came to you, and it was in a moment of, I feel, a down period of just, you probably just like to yourself, that sort of thing. And then ideas started coming. If ideas are coming to you, you may be feeling like, I don't know how the hell I'm going to make this work. Like, how do I get this started? I don't even know what to do, but it seems like it's a good idea, but you're still confused about, if it's the right thing. Cause you can have that area of, this is a great idea. You think of amazing ideas, especially with Aquarius in your fourth house. And I'm speaking more to Scorpio risings because their house placement does fall that way. You can be a Scorpio. You may have, Virgo rising. You can have any type of rising sign, and that changes up your house placement. But with that, an Aquarius in your fourth house, for some of you that relates to, that still speaks to like a moon, so you kind of still think almost like an Aquarius. So there is that ingenious way of thinking. You guys really can come up with some great ideas. With that being said, you may feel a little conflicted because you're not really sure about how do you go about starting it. If it's going to work. Don't start negative talking the thing right out of your brain and saying, no, it's not going to work, or I need to wait. No, you need to act. You need to start to plan, start putting things in place. Just do it step by step by step. And of course, with anything, you may make mistakes, and that's part of learning. Like you can't learn to walk if you don't fall down and understand that, hey, I need to balance first. Or wait, I need to step up. I need to hold on to this foot first. It's levels to it. So just don't allow, a level of ignorance, if you will, to stifle your movements forward. Now, I feel like you guys are being cautious. You may find that, financially, you may feel like, okay, this is a great idea, but you may feel that you have to be a little bit more logical and practical about it. So it could be a time management thing. So that's good, especially if you're really busy. You may have a really great idea, but you may feel like, how am I going to fit this in my already busy life? Try to do as much time management as you can. I feel like you need to approach this idea with as much practicality as possible, because it will yield you great results. And I feel like it'll be like the second and third month of you rolling this thing out, you're really going to see great success with it. So I feel and you'll be so happy. Like you'll feel victorious, like, wow, I did it, and it's going to kind of propel you to another level of confidence within self. So again, it is a good time to be Scorpio. You're at a very beginning precipice of something that could yield great results for you. You've got to not second guess it. You got to take the steps forward, even if you have to take a step back, or even if you make mistakes along the way. Keep moving forward, because I feel like it is a process and it will yield you great results if you stick with it. Now, some of you, even in this or something else in your life, you may find yourself having to go back to school. Some of you may be applying for school, and you may get a little disappointed that you can't get into school. Some of you could be taking a test and you won't pass your test. So that's just the reality of life. It will be fine after, but the first initial application, you may get a bit of disappointing news is what I'm seeing here. Some of you may be trying to get a home. You may get some disappointing news around a home as we get to the end of the month. For some of you, it can roll all the way out into for a month out. So from now to this time around next October. That you get the news, and others of you would be within a 3-week period. Others of you, it could be a 3-month period. So there is a disappointing news surrounded around either trying to purchase a home, starting school, passing a test. So just be mindful of that. And I feel like that has a lot to do with just a lot on your plate. You have a lot on your plate. So with so much happening in your life, there will come some type of disappointing news, something not necessarily going your way, or something not working out properly because you've probably had so much going on in your life. Others of you, if you are looking for work, it looks like opportunities are there. Again, you need to act. It seems like you're going to possibly be working with 2 women. Or you may have a manager that is really kind, very practical woman. She's just, she's very calm. When you come in, she gets her work done. You speak to her. It's just a nice, even flow with her. And you may, if you are starting a new job, you may attract someone right off the bat. Like as soon as you work there, you just attract some guy. Like you start attracting a guy, you become kind of close with a guy. So I don't know. That's what it looks like to me. And it looks like some of you could be getting some money that kind of comes out of the blue. Looks like some money is going to come to some of you out of the blue, or something that you're looking for. So again, going back to that loan, if you were trying to close on a home, you may first get disappointed with a pre-approval, that sort of thing. And then out of the blue, it's like, no, actually, we're going to approve you. Or, you may take a shot in the dark and apply for someplace else. And it's like, oh, you're great. You're going to get, and you may get a better interest rate because it's going to be better. I feel like it's going to be better than what you were first disappointed about. So it's good. It's good stuff, guys. Now, I'm trying to kind of look here and see. Your mother may be going through something. Some of you may, need to be there for your mother. So check in on her. Check in on your mother. You may have to kind of like soothe her, console her. She may have some money issues. She just may have some issues that I feel she's not necessarily, she hasn't really confided in others with. So, check in on your mom and make sure everything's okay with her. Some of you could be just feeling, very fantasy filled these past 2 remaining weeks. You may be thinking about somebody from your past, reminiscing about someone from the past, really shining bright, making that person seem like they're a bright diamond, or a couple of people, maybe 2 people. But I do see like there's a strong focus on the one. You may feel like that's the person that got away. So I do feel like there's this sense of euphoria that some of you are going to be, giving your mind to here and there throughout the 2 weeks. And then it seems like you're going to get really clear really quick. Like, okay, it's time to kind of jump into stuff. It seems that some of you, I feel, could be displaced. And obviously we're dealing with the hurricane, and my thoughts and condolences goes out to those of you that's been affected. But so there is some displacement here, and there is having to check on people, having to tend to people. Some of you may be a volunteer. You may decide to go to Texas, to go to, the areas that's most affected, Florida, that sort of thing, and try to volunteer is what it looks like to me. So I do see some volunteer work. I do see out of the blue, you may hear that, there's an opportunity there that you can get paid, to go there and to, help these people. And when you do go there, some of you may work at Habitat for Humanity, that sort of thing. So rehabbing homes, and you're really going to be touched by a lot of people that are sharing their stories of loss and that sort of thing. So you may be even a counselor, helping to place people, helping to deal with crisis situations, lending your ear to those that are in crisis mode. So I do feel like if you have a business where you are a counselor, that sort of thing, you may be dealing with a lot of people that's in a trying time right now. That's what it looks like. Now, as it relates to love, it's almost like I'm giving a monthly, which I haven't done in forever, but I'm seeing a lot of things for some reason as I'm doing these readings. So as it relates to love, excuse me, I feel like those of you that are single are kind of staying to yourself. I feel like you're doing a lot of self-love, self-care. There may be someone that constantly tries to come in and out of your life, and you gotten caught up. The person could have came back again after you haven't heard from him for 3 months, 3 years, something like that. And he came back again, and you hadn't talked to him. And before, it was just like a cutoff type of thing. Okay. But you know how you cut off, but then you're not cut off because you're still emotionally attached to that person. But no one's talking to each other. Then the person came back in, kind of shook you all up, and you have 2 kind of different memories of this person. You have the memory of, that, he's full of it, or she sees you as being full of it, for my Scorpio men out there. Then there's the energy of like, well, I loved him, and he's so sweet and he's so kind, that sort of thing. And he was sweet and he was kind, and we had a really great connection. And this could have been, the person that I wanted to spend the rest of my life with, and all those things. You're thinking about that, and you're getting quite caught up with that. But I feel like even in that moment, if you've been entertaining him, he's going to come up missing again. And then you're going to be like, that's it. Damn it. That's it. And then as soon as you say that's it, he'll try to come back again. Now, some of you, you're going to fall weak. You're going to fall weak. You're going to fall weak to this person because you're weak for them. So the person is going to tell you, oh, they're going to come with this whole lie and BS about, oh, I had to go here and I had to do blah, blah, blah. And I had to blah, blah, blah. And you're going to fall for it. You're going to fall for it. Even though you might give him some choice words or whatever, or you may feel like he's being honest, and then And for some of you, he will be honest. Some of you, he's honest. Like he's coming back, but then, he's busy, he's working, that sort of thing. And you guys will have a connection. However, most of you, this person is just that. They're someone that's very self-focused. They're gonna do what's best for them. That's just how they think. That's what matters to them. And you're just, a person along the way. That's just the truth. And by the end of the month, you're gonna go through that process of, disappointment again. Okay, because the person's gonna come up missing again. And you're going to have to realize that, you know what? He's with somebody, and I'm the other person, that type of thing. And I feel like there's going to be this disappointment around it. Okay. And then needing to kind of like reground yourself, kind of reestablish yourself again, regain your level of security again. So if you can avoid that, definitely don't be intimate with the person. Definitely don't allow that person to, don't be so vulnerable to that person where you have to now go through this whole, what do you call it? Like having to rehab, if you're going through rehab to some extent. So be careful for you Scorpio, some of you Scorpios out there. Others of you, I do sense that there's this element of like, now, so for some of you that's in a relationship, right? I do see two sides of Scorpio ladies out there that, now some of you Scorpio ladies out there, you're not innocent. Some of you Scorpio ladies out there, you're like, mom and wife at home, and there may be another person that you're seeing, okay? You're stepping out in a relationship. Just be careful with that, because you may literally lose your home, lose what means most to you. So be careful for some of you Scorpio ladies that's trying to dip in and dip out and, trying to hold on to another person, because I do see that very clear with Scorpio women. So be careful with that. Because someone kind of dropped off his face of the earth, or you bumped into them, they called you something, and it's like, oh, now you want to try to, it's fun and exciting with this person because you're very, every day with your home life. But just be careful. Others of you, I feel, who aren't wrapped up in any of that stuff, I do still sense that there is this duality in your energy for the remainder of the 2 weeks. I feel like some of you are going to be very practical 1 minute, and then you're going to be like very much hoish the next minute. But this is in a relationship. This is for some Scorpios that's in their relationship. I do see like there's going to be a lot of passionate nights and days with your mate. I feel like there's going to be like your mate is going to be hungry for you. And you have to answer the call, right? I mean, if he's hungry, you got to, answer that call. So some of you will. And you may throw your mate off, throw him completely off. Like, oh my goodness, like you're like, like an animal here. Like you're just, that, like you may throw him off. He's not ready for, all of that type of thing. And it could be if you're missing your mate, they've been away, they're coming home now, and all of this built up energy, and then they may have to leave again, or you may have to leave again. So then there's that, feeling that disappointment, having to leave home and that sort of thing. So that's kind of what I'm saying here for some of you as well as in relationship. But this could be a very great intimate time for some of you that's in relationships. And others of you, I feel that you're just really focused on yourself. You're getting a grip with emotional, trying to detach yourself from someone that you're no longer in a relationship with, or you may be at that point where you have to get to that point of disconnected from that person. Like you're almost there, but you're not there quite. And you're starting to really focus on you and things that you need to do, but you're still having like intimate moments with this person, but eventually you're going to have to leave the person alone. So that's kind of what I see here. For those of you that are in a relationship or not in a relationship and your love aspect, if you would like to comment in the section below, these readings are so long. If you would like to comment in the section below, let us know how this relates to you. Please do so. We would love to hear from you. If you would like a personal counsel with me, I can be reached in the description box below, as well as the beginning and end to this video. And if you are new to this channel, welcome, welcome, welcome. And subscribe, because I will be back very soon with another one. Take care, Scorpio.